All right, the first thing that you're going to need to do is go up here and change Tech 9 to Midland Theater. Arvis Bank is the sponsor of Midland Theater, so it's actually called like Arvis Bank Midland Theater, but just put Midland Theater. And we're going to add a slide here between Sprint and Sites Used. It doesn't really matter. Or you could just click New Slide there, title it Midland Theater. And for this one, we're going to use Smart Art. Just choose this one that looks kind of like an old school iPod. As you type the text, it should auto-fit it. When you're trying to, put a little bit of a space in between the lines, you're going to just press Enter. It's America's Got Talent Live. But like here for Tech 9, might do Shift Enter so it goes to the next line but doesn't put a space in between it, and then press Enter and then put the date. Honestly, I should have mixed those two up, but I didn't. Straight No Chaser, I got into those guys last year. They're just a really cool acapella group. If you haven't heard them, you should check them out on YouTube. For these pictures here, you're going to have to go there. They're not going to have anything on it. So I just went to Google here, and you could just copy these small little pictures, kind of the thumbnails, and then just Control V will paste it there. You will just need to cite your source. And remember, when you're citing your source, it's this guy. But if you copy that and then try and paste it, it's going to give you that google.com. So I always just kind of click on the picture and then go and highlight the bold part and then copy that. All right, so go ahead and do that for the remainder of the pictures, Tech 9 and America's Got Talent Live. Okay, when you're done there, and we'll talk about this a little bit more later, there, you can obviously change this to look a little different if you want to. You can change the colors too here, but that's up to you. I don't know what the format will do. So the shape effects would probably allow you to, I don't know if you'd want this to be 3D. Oh yeah, and it does it individually. If I were you, I would just maybe change the design here. All right, we're going to add another slide. This time we're going to use comparison. And this slide is not going to be the best because we're talking about outdoor venues, and there's just not a lot of things going on for the outdoor venues, except for like sporting events at the Chiefs Stadium. Like I tried to look up Grinders, but there's really nothing going on there either. So just bear with me here and enter the data. Okay, I was also a little desperate for for the Arrowhead Stadium, as there was no upcoming artists. So they probably just haven't booked that far out. So I just put that they were there last year. In my notes, I would probably say something like, Arrowhead Stadium books a lot of big name artists. Last year, Kenny Chesney and Jason Aldean joined together joined their tours together for one night at Arrowhead Stadium, which made for an awesome show or whatever. And then I put pictures here. On the KC Starlight picture, I did want to hyperlink that. So if you found the website online, you could just highlight it and, copy it and paste it. But it was pretty easy to remember, so I just typed it in down there and clicked OK. Again, nothing's going to change here for the picture. That's why you kind of need to tell the audience that it's hyperlinked. And then when you go to your slideshow, if you have your mouse over it or click on it, it would go there. All right. All right. We're going to go ahead and go up here and add a slide in between slide 2 and slide 3. If you add the slide in the wrong spot, it's really not a big deal. We're just going to keep with this normal slide layout. If you have to change it, it's title and content. Guys, again, if you put a slide in the wrong place, just click on it and drag it where you want it to go. All right. All right, we're going to choose a Smart Art for this as well. And this one's going to be that very first one. We're just going to go through and title these boxes the title of our slides here. Midland. We'll click on this one where it says text and delete it. And just kind of leave that last one that says text there for now. Just to help out. Okay, so what we're going to do is we want the reader to be able to click on the Sprint Center and the words here, click on the box, and then it will go to the Sprint Center slide, and then Midland Theater, etc. So we're going to create hyperlinks, but to slides, much like a Jeopardy board. So when you do that, make sure you don't double click in the slide, just click on the outside layer, right click, and say hyperlink. Now this time, instead of choosing a file here or typing in a web address, we're going to place in this document. And over here, it should kind of give you a list of your slides. So this is the Sprint Center. You want to go to the Sprint Center slide. Click OK. Do the same thing to Midland Theater and outdoor venues. Okay, we are also going to jazz this slide up a little bit. So when you click on your Smart Art, if you go to, I like some of these Smart Art designs here, the one that kind of looks beveled. There's some other cool options here. This one is one that I like too. You can obviously change the color or whatever you choose to do there. And then I'm going to click on the Sprint Center here, and if I do click on the Sprint Center page, I want to be able to hit back so that it goes back to that choose your location slide. So I'm going to insert, and it's a shape as well, but it's a action button, and you can just choose the little back button. Just draw it in the lower corner or wherever it fits on your slide is fine. But you don't want to hyperlink it to a previous slide, so that way you can copy and paste it. So choose the down arrow and choose Slide and choose your location slide. Click OK. Click OK. And you can go up here to Shape Effects, and you can make it look beveled if you want to. You can make it look cool. It's up to you. And then just copy it, Control C. Go to your Midland slide, click on it, Control V. It should paste it in place, but maybe not always, Control V. Notice too that as I've gone through here, I've been updating my sites used. So you should be doing that as well. All right, so how that works is when I show my PowerPoint, I click on Sprint Center, and it goes there. Oh, and then my table would show. I'd probably get rid of that animation, to be quite honest with you. Go back, go to Midland Theater, go back, outdoor venues, go back, to be determined. Okay. The other thing that I would do is see when I'm done there, see how these still show? I don't want that. So I'm going to hide them. So I'm going to click on Sprint Center. It'll still hyperlink there, but in my slideshow, it would hide them. So I'm just going to click Hide Show, Hide Show. Okay, what I'd like for you to do is come up with another venue. I chose the Kauffman Center, and you sure can do that as well. That might not interest everyone. and then kind of talk about some of the upcoming events there and hyperlink it, hyperlink the photo. So you want to make sure you choose this layout, the title with caption, or content with caption, sorry. And then hyperlink the photo to the place, and then put a little note that it's hyperlinked. Also, you're going to want to hide the slide and hyperlink it. Add the text here, whichever venue you choose. If you choose Kauffman Center, fine. And then click on the box here. See, once it's 3D, it's a little hard to do that, so we might have to kind of go back and change that. Change the design back to that. Click on the box, hyperlink it. Mama, that's loud. And then change it back to whatever you choose. All right, then what I'd like for you to do for the remainder of the hour is go online and research these places and come up with some notes. Again, what I don't want you to do is to directly read to me on what's on the screen. I don't want to know exactly who's coming in concert, but you could say, you know, coming to the Sprint Center is, you know, I was talking about that with Janet Jackson. Talk about the Sprint Center a little bit, about, like, here's some notes that I had from last year. You know, this state-of-the-art facility, which seats more than 19,000 people, outside is made up of glass and inside has a state-of-the-art technology. Obviously, I would need to make that sound a little bit better. Not only is the Sprint Center an awesome place to catch your favorite artist, however, this amazingly large multi-use indoor facility also books other types of shows that make it a place for everyone in the family. So again, I didn't mention anyone specifically, but, you know, I could have mentioned, you know, Blake Shelton's latest hit, or see if Blake Shelton can still put on a show after the big breakup with Miranda Lambert. Something that shows that you've done some research, or maybe will entice the person to come and watch that show, but, that would entice them to come see it. Talk about the facility a little bit, and why it's really cool to see a show there. Again, any research that you do and any sites that you use, you'll need to make sure that you cite here on your sites used slide. All right, guys, good luck. Oh, wait. On the Kauffman Center, you're going to want to make sure that you copy your back arrow and paste it there as well. All right, or again, whatever venue you choose. Good luck.